Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. In this video, I'm going to walk you through one of the most overlooked but powerful steps in credit repair and credit optimization, which is removing incorrect, outdated, and unnecessary personal information from your credit report. If your goal is to clean up charge-offs, collections, late payments, or any other negative items, this is the place that you need to begin. If your credit report contains old addresses, incorrect names, outdated phone numbers, or mixed information, it will significantly reduce your chances of winning disputes on negative items. From a personal information standpoint, it becomes much harder for inaccurate or unverified negative accounts to remain on your credit report once this information is gone. As of 2026, there are roughly 332 million Americans, and multiple independent studies continue to show that 8 out of 10 people have errors on their credit report. So that means over 260 million people likely have incorrect personal information reporting right now. So if you're watching this video, there's a strong chance that would include you. So I'm going to show you step by step how to remove this information. And in many cases, these updates can happen within 24 hours or less. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, before I show you how to remove this information from the credit bureaus, we need to discuss where you should be getting your credit reports right now. The first place you should always check is annualcreditreport.com. This is the only website authorized by federal law to provide free credit reports for all 3 credit bureaus. As of 2026, you can still access your credit report weekly, which does make it easier for you to track as things progress. Now, these reports tend to show the most complete personal information, history, and include addresses and name variations that may not appear anywhere else, including online. The second option is rising.com. Now, Rising will provide a tri-merged credit report, which means it combines Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion into one single report. It also will give you access to all 3 credit bureaus in one place. Now, this matters because disputes are far more effective when you can clearly see inconsistencies across bureaus instead of just guessing. This will also help you in future disputes and keeping track of credit score changes. You can start a trial for $1. There will be a link in the description. And now let's move on to the actual removal process. So the first credit bureau that we're going to be looking at is TransUnion.com. You want to look for this website, and then you'll look for the option that says log in. Now, if you don't have an account, you can sign up for free. Now, when you sign up and you log in, make sure that it says service.transunion.com, because that will take you to the service center. There's a couple different websites for TransUnion where they show you like your Vantage score and some other things, but make sure you're at the service center, and then you're going to look for dispute. Once you find that option, you'll see that you can dispute phone numbers, addresses, employers, things like that. And then you'll want to click on Start New Request. And then you'll want to click on I acknowledge and agree and continue. Now, for me personally, I've done this, before in the past, so I probably won't have information that I can actually show you that can be removed. But let's scroll down. As you can see, I have one name, and I probably have to blur out everything but the name, but I have one name, I have one address, I have no phone numbers, I have no employers. Now for you, if you see multiple phone numbers, if you see multiple employers, you need to click on dispute. There'll be an option there to do it. And then you're going to add all of these to a dispute, and then you'll submit the request, and that information will be removed in usually like 5 to 10 minutes, but it can take up to 24 hours. Now, the one thing that you may have to call in order to update or change will be your name or your social. Certain information like that just can't be removed online. You will need to call, or you can also write a letter and send verification documents. But other than that, address, phone number, employer, we can remove all of that. You need to have one address, no phone numbers, no employers. All right. So now let's move on to the next credit bureau. The next credit bureau that we're looking at is Equifax.com. So then if you don't have an account, you can go to sign up now. Once again, it's completely free. Or if you have an account, you can just log in. Once you are logged into your account, the first thing that you'll do is go to Dispute Center. Now, when you go here, you'll scroll down and you'll look for File a Dispute. Very simple. Then you'll click on I authorize Equifax to notify me via email when the results are available for this dispute. And then you'll look for personal information, and then you'll click on this. Now, once again, I've already done this a long time ago, so I only have one name, my social, and I have my date of birth. Now, when you look at the addresses, you'll see dispute this as an option. Now, for me, when I click on it, it's actually going to give me a few different options here. I never lived there. The address belongs to another person with a similar name, or I believe that I'm a victim of fraud or identity theft, and this is not mine. It could be really, I've never lived there is fine. I believe that really any option is actually fine. It doesn't really matter which one that you choose. You could just pick like, I never lived there, click continue, and then you'll have to type in your new address. Now, listen to me here for this part. The only reason why you're seeing update my address is because I only have one on here. If you have multiple, you may not see this. You'll click continue and follow the prompts and you'll be able to remove the information. But if you only have one address currently, and let's say it's old, you'll have to enter that information here. And then on the next screen, you may be prompted to upload something. Add like your driver's license, your social, all of your documentation, and then a proof of residency. That could be a bank statement. It could be a utility bill. It could be your car insurance. It could be your voter's registration card. Anything like that, you'll want to upload that with all your identification documents, because sometimes if you don't, they'll reject it. And then your address will be updated. So if you only had one, that is the way that you update it. If you have multiple, you won't see this option. Remove all the rest, remove all the phone numbers, and remove all of the old employers. You should just have one name, one address. That is it. Now, moving on to our last bureau, that's going to be Experian. This is Experian.com. Again, you can create an account completely free. And if you have an account, just click on sign in. Now, as soon as you log in, go to the very top and you'll see this option right here that says credit, and then you'll want to click on credit reports. Now, that will take you to a screen where it'll give you an overview, right? It'll show like your credit score, but what you're looking for is file a dispute. That's what you want to see. Then you'll look for the option that says personal information. You'll want to click on that. And then you may see multiple addresses. You'll probably see multiple phone numbers. Experian's very difficult with the names. Like, as you can see, even for me, I have 4 names here. I should only have one, but I normally have to give them a call and get this updated. So I won't do it now, but later on, eventually I will. Now, when it comes to Experian, I don't have any information to actually show you, but let me show you the steps that you would take and why Experian is the one where you may have a little bit more work to put in. Now, when you click on the address here, you'll be met with a few options. You'll click on the dispute reason, like never lived there, identity theft, belongs to another person. Really, I would just pick never lived there or identity theft. It doesn't matter which one, it will result in the same outcome. Now, for this address, it is the only one that I have on my credit report. There are 2 variations of it with my unit and without my unit, but it's the same address, so I don't remove it. Now, if I try to remove it and say I never lived there, I'll get a message like this. It'll say that this address is linked to an account. Now, for Experian, some of you will notice you may be able to put all of your addresses besides one and they all get removed. That would be great if that happens. If that does not happen, you'll see this option that says that you need to call. Now, I have an entire video that shows you how to remove these addresses from Experian using an affidavit. You can watch that video. However, I do want to say it works like 50-50. So if you are in a situation where, let's say, you're not able to remove these online, affidavit didn't work, just give Experian a call. It's not difficult. Just say, hey, Experian, I looked at a copy of my credit report and I did notice that there's some information that I don't recognize. I should only have one address. That address is, and then tell them your address. Anything else on this credit report, I don't know it. I don't recognize it. I never lived there. Please remove it immediately. Just keep this one. Sometimes they do it right away. Sometimes they'll give you pushback. If they give you pushback and say, well, this account is tied to ABC collection or ABC charge off, say, hey, I don't recognize that. I don't know that address. Like I said, this is inaccurate. A credit report needs to be as accurate as possible. Remove that information. More than likely, they'll transfer you over to somebody else who will then ask you the same thing. Hey, do you not recognize this? You'll say, yes, I don't know this address whatsoever. I should have one address on my credit report. Anything else, please remove it immediately. They will proceed to remove those addresses. Now, in a best case scenario, you can just do it all online for the ones that aren't linked to any accounts. That usually ends up being like at least 80% of them. However, for the remaining, like let's say 1 or 2 that may be on there that are linked, again, you could check out that video, but if not, give them a phone call. It takes about 5 minutes. I personally done this for myself. I've done it for my dad, and my mom to help them out. It's very easy. I've never had a problem with it. I'm very assertive but respectful. I just let them know that I understand exactly what's on my report is my information, and it's my consumer rights to make sure that it's accurate. You don't have to be rude. Just be assertive in what you understand is in fact true. I should only have this one, nothing else. Remove it immediately. All right. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you were able to remove old, outdated personal information, even if it wasn't everything, but you were able to remove something, please drop that in the comments below. Drop a comment that says done or removed. I would love to see that. And once you completed this process with all 3 bureaus, your report should be more accurate and only reflect current personal information. And this is where you will be in the strongest possible position to remove negative accounts. Again, by removing outdated addresses and mismatched personal data first, you reduce the ability of creditors being able to verify accounts using inconsistent information. If you found value in this video, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because I will continue to break down credit card strategies in 2026 and update old methods that I've had in the past. Also, check out rising.com to get all 3 of your credit reports for $1. And again, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. You guys have a wonderful day.